Om Om Sadashiva-Samarambham Shankaracharya-Madhyamam Asmadacharya-Paryantam Vande Guru-Paramparam Gurur-Brahma Gurur-Vishnu Gurur-Devo Maheswaraha Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Saviryam Karavavahi Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidyushavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shariram yadavapnoti yachapyutkramatishvara gruhitveitani sanyati Bhayurgandhani vashayat Shrotram chakshusparsanam cha Rasanam ghranam evacha Adhisthaya manaschayam Vishayanupasevate. So please, one should check one's own chanting, especially listen to yourself once in a while, okay? So that to understand where you are going right and especially where you are going wrong. How? So we are in this 15th chapter, which is called Purushottama Yoga, means Nirguna Brahma Yoga Ityarth. And we saw very carefully, it started with the concept of Samsara Vriksha. So how the Samsara Vriksha is so vast, keeps spreading, and we are the part of the Samsara Vriksha. Now, knowing the complications, difficulties in Samsara, now this Vriksha to be uprooted. So that was being talked up to 6th verse. And of course, we saw the description of Brahman, that which is the taproot. So here, once you understand the taproot, so there is no samsara, that is called samsara nivritti, that is called moksha. So while discussing, also try to explain, look, that is the source of everything, nadatra surya bhati. So that is not the object, that cannot be objectified by any instrument or means of knowledge, because being the subject. After seeing that, also we started discussing that another topic, whole universe, entire universe is nothing but Brahma. So any jiva that we see is nothing but Ishvara Ityartha. So that means how we saw through the reflection example. And then after discussing that, topic came up that when this jiva leaves this body, so what you call as death. So how does this death happens and what happened to the jiva? Because so much spent so much time, especially studied so much Bhagavad Gita, spending sometimes listening to scolding this and that. So do you think that it will go west? Definitely it won't go west, okay? So you'll find, catch hold of some other guru somewhere, don't worry, okay? You will continue. So nothing is going to go west. So that's what we saw in the last 2 verses. There, what was being highlighted, that how this Vayur Gandhani Vashayat Evaha. So how this wind starts carrying the fragrance from the flower and again gets into different body. So also the Jiva, before leaving, tries to withdraw from anything and everything. And what it does, so while withdrawing along with the mind, now travels, again looks for another body. So that body can be Preta body. That body can be Deva body, Gandharva body, Manusya body, any body, any Sariram the person can obtain based on, of course, one's own karma only, nothing else. Because God is not to bless you, God is not going to, support you to get a better body, send you heaven or hell. That doesn't work. So it is my problem. So I carry my problem back because God Himself also has got His problem back. Don't forget that also, okay? Because in problem is in God's problem back, I am there. In my problem bag, whether God is there or not, I don't know. But definitely in God's bag of problem, I am there somewhere hidingly inside. Okay. So don't worry. So coming back to the point here, while discussing this thing, now it tries to bring two topics. Okay, what happens? Why this thing happens? It brings two types of people. Let us now read it. Utkramantam stitam vapi Munjanam vagunanitam vimudha nanu pasyanti jnana chakshusha. So he uses this word. One is vimudha, other one is jnana chakshusha. So the vimudha means the deluded ones. Other one is those who are jnana chakshusha, those who are wise people. So one type of people, those who are deluded, we have discussed this. So here also same thing. Na anupashyanti. They do not see, they do not recognize it. What they don't recognizing? They don't recognize that Ishvara is Jiva. So the Ishvara himself is the individual. And who is that Utkramantam? That Jiva who keeps living body means actually Ishvara lives. The whole principle, because it's Chidavasa, as I told you, this Kumkuma Avhasa, makeup Avhasa, okay? Makeup Avhasa, if Sanskrit, okay? Makeup Avhasa. So seeing the Avhasa, so in the mirror, so you start adjusting your makeup. So you don't look at relate with that mirror makeup, but you relate with with your original makeup. Same thing also here. So Utkramantam, so who leaves the body, and of course Sthitam, who resides in the body, and while experiencing, who keeps experiencing. And in fact, this Chidabhasa, this individual is nothing but Gunatita, but along with who is endowed with Gunas, Gunadvitam. So this is not understood by Vimuras. Whereas those who are Jnana Chakshusha, those who have wisdom, eye of wisdom, they understand, they recognize, they see this. That's why being aware of one's own self at any given situation. That me being with the gunas, let me be having gunanvita or enjoy in me being as gunanvita, like a driver. If you observe a driver as you also drive, you are very comfortable keeping your leg on accelerator because any moment you can lift that leg from accelerator and keep on brake, put on the brake. Suppose you have a habit of searching for the brake. Many times happens in you when you start driving. So you start searching where is the brake. And some people also start learning to know is all these automated this and that, all these things. They use different. They use so you can sleep some more time. Okay, so you can what I am trying to say is like this brake sometimes they start learning left leg, right leg. You understand? So they use one leg for the brake, which is dangerous. Okay, so that's why. So here you are able to apply the brake comfortably because please understand you are aware of it. And as long as you know any moment you can apply the brake comfortably, you will not have any problem to apply or use what accelerator. Same thing also, gunanmritam and being nirguna or gunatita. So as long as you are Gunatita, the understanding of Gunatita is there, you can get engaged in anything and you can withdraw just like that. So you should be happy to engage yourself, also happy to withdraw. Continue. Yatanto yoginaschainam पश्यन्त्यात्मन्यवस्थितम् यतन्तोऽप्यकृतात्मानः नैनं पश्यन्त चेतसः. So he says, look, again, there are two types of people. That also you need to be very careful. Because every time it brings two types of people. So one he uses what? That the one is what? You can use the word Krutta Atmanah. Other one is Akrutatmanah. So there are two types of people. So Krutatmanah means, so the one who is basically a Sanskrita Purusha, Sanskrita Atmanah. The one who is discriminated means one whose discrimination is always in the forefront, not one's own likes and dislikes, not one's own habits, not the situation or surroundings takes over. And second type of people called Akrutatmanaha. So Akrutatmanaha means Asanskruta Manasa. So whose mind is not purified, impure minded people. So what is impure mind? So impurity is nothing as you know. When you are here, if you are not here, that time your mind is impure. Like if I am having this color dress, if the color is one and the same, so it is pure. If there is some other color, that becomes impure or not. At least there should be a pattern, okay? Because some ink starts falling, like somebody, like one place ink starts falling, so they put inks everywhere. Like those days, I remember in our time. This is how this jean pant happened. Those days, jean pant was very costly. So sometimes, while bike or cycle, there will be scratch, especially on the knee. Because when you fall, so definitely there will be scratch. So what they do is, so they will put a stitch. So that is a patch was available. Okay. So slowly that became a style. I hope you remember the long back. Nowadays, don't ask, okay? Nowadays, girls especially, I don't know why they dress, okay? If they don't dress, actually, it's better. So anything and everything is available. I'm sorry to say, okay? However, let us not get into the controversies. So then some woman will say, look, you are disrespecting womanhood. So where is the hood? So I have to search for the hood, okay? Anyway, so coming to the point. So this dirty or impurity comes when something is different, something, I'll take a call if you don't mind. Sorry, just 1 minute, I'll take a call. Sorry, hello. Namaste, I'm in the class. What is happening? Did you find the person? Luggage? The luggage has not come. So, so they said openly that luggage will not come. Huh? So Srinagar, will it reach? I don't think it will reach Srinagar. Better to give only Uttarkashi address. But suppose if you reach after you leave and it reaches, change it, change it. Just put one address. Don't put two addresses. Okay. So you can say this is the situation. and the copy will be provided, whatever. Okay. Yeah, 14 number pillar. Yeah, I am in the class. Okay, please take care. This is not good. Chalo. Okay, sorry. This is my life. Okay. While addressing the situation, this is what I cannot get angry in this case, because when some people goes through the hell. So now little bit 2 minutes more I am taking it, and now this recording we have got it. Uh, like I can say this that especially Italy is a big mess. Some people are coming. First flight was delayed, so when they reach, they miss the flight. So in Italy, in Rome, they didn't find the luggage, so they were diverted to another flight. So then again, there is no their baggage lost. No, you cannot fly. Then last moment again they adjusted. They divided, three people divided differently. So then finally again, no, again put in another flight. Now after great difficulties, they arrived in Delhi. Now no baggage. So when you arrive without baggage, you know what hell you go through. That's why, as a rule, whenever whoever travels, make sure at least minimum two pairs of dress must be there with your hand luggage. There is no excuse. This is a rule. Anyway, so coming to the our discussion. Stefania, please. So, so coming to the point here, all this they are being getting recorded. Okay. So yatanto yoginaschaina. So pasyanti. So yatataha yoginah. So there are two types of people. Again, one is discriminating. Yogis means discriminating people. Other type of people are called akrutatmana. So those who are impure minded. So here he says, look, these yogis, those who are putting effort, and of course the other group also puts effort. This is a beautiful point. Yogis, see earlier the previous verse that we saw, that two types of people, vimudhaha jnana chakshusha, entirely different. But here, both of them are common, having common feature. So what is the common feature? That yatanta. So both of them are making effort. So when both of them are making effort, so one is a yoginaha, discriminative person, people. Other one is a akrutatmanaha, impure minded people. Now, what does it mean? What do you want to communicate? What does Lord Krishna wants to communicate from this verse? He wants to communicate. Look, the difference is both of them are putting effort, but there is something lacking. So first one is what? Discriminative person. So who is the discriminative person here? Keeping with this Gyani now. That means the person by karma yoga who has done what? Who has taken care of malas, mala nibruti. Upasanaya, by upasana, has taken care of what? Please. Vikshepa. I hope you remember, because nobody is uttering the word, okay? So it's very old. Swamiji, don't bring those things again, okay? And श्रवणेन अज्ञान निवृत्ति, मननेन, by manana, dvanda nivritti. Then finally, by nididhyasana, what happens? Vasana nivritti. So the one who has done this five is called a discriminative person. So that means the one puts effort, because both are putting effort. Now the one who is putting effort in these five angles, in these five directions, that person is a yogi. Is it clear? Whereas other person is putting effort. How to get food, how to go around, how to get name fame, how to take care of the family, how to what to do, what not to do. In fact, that person puts more effort than the first one. Imagine the way you work for family. If half of the time you spend for your growth, where will be the amount of time that one spends for family? To live like a donkey, to live like a crow, to live like a owl, like a cat, dog, and all any and every animal is there in the family. Okay, unless you live with all animals, you cannot really live like other all animals. You cannot be a good householder. And of course, somebody said after that sleep like a buffalo. And eat like uh, eat like I forgot. Okay, eat like a fish. So that is a very nice, beautiful comedy. Okay, so it's all these things. Okay, so let me not get into it. It's very meaningful, powerful. However, so this akrutatmanaha and this impure mind means, and who is that person? He's called achetasaha, indiscriminate. Because there, what happens? My insecurity always come to forth. And for anything and everything, I have answer. Can you see this point? For anything and everything, I have an answer. In fact, I am, completely packed with answer. Like especially in a home, in a house, okay? If you look at it, especially women, always they are, having answers, okay? Anything and everything you say, they will have answer. That's why poor man doesn't have anything, has to behave like a yogi, okay? At least pretend to be a yogi. Keep quiet. Really, if you want to survive, this is the only way. Man, I'm telling you, not jokes, okay? I'm serious. You can win with anybody and everybody. Like, look at your childhood. I'm diverting a little bit. Look at your childhood. In your childhood, definitely, you could not fight with your mother. You had to surrender to your mother. There was no choice. So when you could not fight with your mother, how can you think that you can fight with your wife? Keep quiet, okay? Accept your prarabdha, okay? And that time we can call you are my mother. Like, how this wives, they call their husband as youngest child. So as they address as youngest child, they'll say, my youngest son means husband, okay? So also accept them, yes, you are my mother, okay? So that chapter is closed. Coming back. So this akrutatmana yogina, that's why I stressed, okay? You need to be very careful why and how you are putting effort, or else you will not be able to recognize. So with this, now this chapter is, let us say, this particular topic is completed. Now Lord Krishna is going to jump to another topic. So this topic is trying to communicate that I am everything. So what is that mean? Again, we have to be very careful. So whenever, wherever you see that me, mine, and I, aham, maya, mama. So what does it mean? You need to understand whether it's ekarupa or anekarupa or arupa. So with this background, let us look at the verse. Yada dityagatam teja jagat bhasayate yachandramasi yachagno tattejo vidhi mamakam. Says, look, teja, the brilliance, adityavatam, in the sun, the brilliance that you see in the sun. And what is that? He says, yat vasayate akhilam jagat, that which illumines the entire universe. And not only that, yat chandramasi, the brilliance that is in the moon. Cha yat agnau, and that is in the fire. Vidhi, may you understand, tat teja, that brilliance, mamakam, to be mine. So here, that me is not ekarupa. So it is arupa continuum. Now, when you try to see this point very carefully, that anything and everything that you see, that is me. Continuing the next verse, nothing much. Gama visyacha bhutani dharayamyaham Krishnami chausadi sarvaha somo bhutva rasatmakaha cha avisya. So cha avisya means, and having entered where? Ga prithivim ityarthaha, the earth. Aham dharayam, I sustain what? Bhutani, all beings. Which with what? Vajasa, with my energy. And of course, cha prishnami, and I nourish. Sarvaha aushadhihi, so all the plant kingdom, all the vegetation. Bhutva, having become what? Somaha rasatmakaha. So this is what little to be discussed little bit. Somaha rasatmaka means, we say, translation would be soma in the form of their essence. So what is soma? Sometimes there is a big confusion we have. So contextually we need to look at soma. Soma actually is another name of Chandra, moon. So that's why Somaya Namaha. Another Soma also, one type of creeper. That's why when it comes Somarasa, so Somarasa Pana, when it comes, so Devatas drinks Somarasa. Don't say that they drink, Chandas, moons, they squeeze the moon and drink. It's not like that, okay? So there you have to see, Soma means that is a creeper. So a lot of things are there related to Somarasa. Now here is being highlighted that the essence of any vegetation is the juice called sap. So without that juice, that sap, a vegetable is not a vegetable. And he says, look, I nourish, I do take care of, and that is my energy. That's why we have a beautiful saying. especially when we take medicine. So medicine means what? Aushadhi, not chemicals. So in India, we call, medicine is called aushadha. So here is the word aushadhi. So actually, medicine should be only made up of plants and herbs, not with tablets, chemicals. Because don't forget, till 1920, we didn't have tablets at all, but world survived in a better way. Only after, when 1920, especially after that, when this allopathy sector started, started moving. So then they decided how to destroy what they call as country medicine, now finally to become alternate medicine. Allopathy is alternate medicine, or you can say dangerous medicine. So because of the technology and all these things, they destroyed. It's like yoga. So especially in West, without Buddha statue, without some funny painting, some lamp, but will not be lit, okay? And also the bell, grrr, and some Kundalini photo, chakras photo, the yoga center is not complete. And the sad part is those who are with us also, they when they go away, they also start decorating that. Because if you don't do that, then your, yoga center is not complete. Can you see this point? And if you don't put it, something is wrong. And another thing also, in yoga center, there should be a big om, okay, in West, okay. So these are the minimum things one need to have. If you don't have, that means definitely you are not a yogi. And also they introduce themselves each other, okay, directly, saw through somebody. He is such a great yogi. Last 10 years, 20 years, 30 years doing, he's a great yogi. Good, fantastic, nothing wrong in it, okay. But here we say very carefully, it's not like that, introducing differently. Here it says the Ishvaraha is in everything. Don't bring the confusion there. Because of lack of understanding, yoga people present differently to attract people. But here, this is very clear with reference to Aushadha, especially, that Ishvara has to be there in Aushadha. That's why we have this culture, especially when we take medicine, we don't face towards south. While facing south, we don't take medicine at all. Second thing is, if nothing, at least while taking medicine, we utter Vishnu, Vishnu, Vishnu. If you do not know, Dhanvantari mantra. If you know the mantra, fantastic. If you do not know that mantra, at least utter the name of Vishnu and take medicine. Because that which is all pervasive, oh, I am a Shiva devotee, I don't want to take Vishnu. Hey, we are not talking about this Vishnu, Shiva, the form. The all pervasive, this is what's being taught here. So that's what it says. Sarvaha aushadhihi. So I am the energy. I, in fact, nourish all vegetation. In fact, vegetations are not different. The rasa, that juice that you take, which gives you energy, is me. So in short, I am everything. More of it we will see, because the next verse is another chapter, another things we'll talk, how it happens inside, okay? So that you should not get hungry. We'll talk next class. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you.